Well, welcome. I keep trying to do better videos. Right now they've been kind of crappy. So hopefully this one's going to be much better. I wanted to do a haul video of all the things I picked up and did at Dragon Con. Now, you might know Dragon Con was a couple weeks ago, but I haven't really... I'm still new to the YouTube thing, so I wasn't able to do it right after I got home, or each night would have been great during the convention. But anyway, so I thought I'd go ahead and try and do a video now of everything I got. The first thing I'll show is this Amazing Spider-Man #1. Now, the only thing that's really special about it is that is a sketch cover done by an unknown artist, or fairly unknown. His name is Javier Avila. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Anyway, I know Venom's kind of hot right now because of the movie, and that's a cool looking Venom to me, so I picked it up from him. And of course, I also got some prints and a sketch. I had him do a sketch on a book. And, of course, him being unknown, I won't get it graded or anything. It'll just be nice to have. But I thought this looked cool, and I decided to pick it up. And that's one thing you should always do. If they're cheap, enough, and the art is good, buy from an unknown artist. It's something nice that you can do, and it's really helps them out. Who knows? You might help them get noticed by doing that. Now, the next thing I got is this book here, Omega Men #3. First appearance of Lobo. Now, I know it says 60. Let me see if I can zoom in here. Yeah. Now, it says 60 in the corner, but I paid less than that. And if there was a way I could show you better, I would show you close up how good the book looks. But I would be surprised if it got below a 9.2. And yes, I will be grading this book. Now, the next thing I have is I bought from the same seller, She-Hulk, Savage She-Hulk #1. Her first appearance. And this book has a sticker of 50. I didn't pay 50, I paid less than that. And looking at the book, I would say it's probably a 7.5 to 8.5. It's definitely not a 9, but it still looks pretty good. There's a small, I don't know if, well, I guess I'll try and show. Right there by her feet, I don't know if you can see that, there's a little bitty tear of color off. It doesn't go through the page, but it takes the color, the artwork off. So that right there is the biggest thing that's really wrong with it. And then there's, of course, a little bit of chipping right there on the edge. Well, it won't focus in. And another thing I got is I've been commenting and sort of pestering We Love Comics, Chris, with talking about how I think the Teen Titans will be something great in 10, 20 years. They're going to be a book that's really worth something. And I have my reasons for that. I might do a video on it. So I picked up the new Teen Titans first appearance. Not Brave and the Bold. DC Comics Presents #26. And this book is kind of special. And the reason it's kind of special is because, first off, I paid less than that 55 for it. And George Perez, who did the artwork for this, was actually there. He was at Dragon Con doing some signings and whatnot. So, of course, I went and got him to sign my book. Now, you might be saying, well, Will, we don't see the signature, man. How'd you get it signed and we don't see the signature? Well, there's a reason for that. And the reason is all of this artwork right here If I'm not mistaken, that is, oh man, I forgot his name. Jim Starlin, I believe, is the one who did that. I'm not sure. That sounds wrong. But anyway, it's not George Perez. Now, George Perez only did the artwork for the new Teen Titans, which is the 16-page preview in the book. So I opened it up to that title page and had him sign on that page. Now, Marv Wolfman did the script for this entire comic. He did the Teen Titans plus the Superman and Green Lantern story. So I'm actually going to see him in March, and I plan on getting him to sign, but I'll probably let him sign the cover rather than open the book up. And then I'll get it graded and make sure they, hey, it's, he signed on the inside, and there's a guy that signed on the outside. So I will do both their signatures. Now, I'll tell you, I like what We Love Comics does when he tells you what he paid, because I don't think there's any reason to not. See, there's $165 right there as far as sticker price. I didn't pay that. I paid, if I'm remembering correctly, I think I paid about 85 or 90 bucks for all of those, which I thought was a pretty good deal. Now, another book I picked up has to do with the Teen Titans, but not the new Teen Titans. This is the original team. This is the first appearance of the Teen Titans, The Brave and the Bold, number 54. Right here. And that copy looks to be about a 5, maybe a 6. I'm happy with it. It looks good to me. It's the first time we ever had the Teen Titans. Of course, they're not called that here. It's Kid Flash, Aqualad, and Robin. And this was bought. I don't know if you can tell. It says this item is scheduled on eBay. I bought it from a seller who had it on eBay, and obviously it's not on eBay now because it's mine. But his name is Crazy Ed, and I love this seller because in 2006, when me and my buddy went to our first ever comic convention, the first thing we ever bought was a book from Crazy Ed in 2006, and he was there at Dragon Con, so I made sure I bought something from him, and this was a good book to pick up. Now, I also picked up a couple other things, and let me go here. I'm flipping through my books in case you want to know what I'm doing. I also got, excuse the stickers, I haven't rebagged and boarded these. I also got this Aquaman 46. Literally no reason other than I think the cover's cool. That is the one and only reason why I got that book. And now, I also got 2 Superboy books from Ed. And the thing about Superboy, I'm not going to show them because they're in another section, is I want to complete a full run of the original Superboy. But I don't like Superman, and I don't really care for Superboy. I think it'd be cool to have an older set, complete. So I don't care about condition. So they're like probably a 2, maybe a 3-5 in condition. So they're just books that I got. But anyway, I got 2 Superboy comics from the Silver Age, this Aquaman, and the first appearance of the Teen Titans for $200. I thought that was a fairly good deal. I basically paid for the Titans book and got the others for free. That's what I was going for anyway. Let's see, what else did I get? Oh yeah, I also picked up another copy of She-Hulk, Savage She-Hulk #1. And the sticker says $35. I paid less than that. You might wonder, why did I buy another copy? Well, main reason is why not? But a lot of people think she might be something. They really haven't used any of the Incredible Hulk's family of characters. The only thing they've used really is the Hulk himself. I mean, the leader had a small appearance, and of course they got his girlfriend, but we really haven't seen anyone else. So if they do something, that means this book will probably shoot up, and it's a pretty decent book as far as price now. Let's see, I also got from the same seller, I believe his name was Mario at Dragon Con. I got that She-Hulk, this Teen Titans book, which is the first Brother Blood. I don't know if it's cameo or not. And then I got the New Teen Titans number 22. Now this is the first Blackfire, but see, I just picked these up because I'm, buying the Titans because I think they're going to be something, but I don't actually read the Titans. I just think they're a good book to invest in now because of what I see them being later. I usually make mine Marvel, so I had no idea that this was the cameo of Blackfire. The next issue is a great, awesome cover, which is her full appearance, which is the one that everyone's going to want because she's on the cover, and it's, although I don't think CGC calls it bondage, it to me is a bondage cover because Starfire's and shackles. And then of course I also got Tales of the New Teen Titans number 2, first Deathstroke. Now, as you can see, I very hurriedly went and got George Perez to sign it. And I bought all of those books for, let's see, $225. That was everything. Now, this book, I don't know if you can really see, sorry for the glare, but it is sharp, son. It is nice. I like this book. I don't know if a pressing would help it, but of course it's a newsstand. I'm not sure if that's any more special because this was back in the 1980, so I don't know if being newsstand is something special back then or not. I know in the late 80s, mid to late 80s it was. But anyway, this book is probably a 9.0, and it's very nice. And of course these have indents right here along the spine, but those can be pressed out. I didn't get him to sign these because they're not, super valuable. But all 4 of these was for $225. So basically I paid for Titans 2 and She-Hulk and got the others for free. That's how I look at it. Alright. Now, I brought some stuff from home that I had, or that I bought and got. And that would be Teen Titans number 1. It's still in the signature bag where I have a window. I got it, and it's of course signed by George Perez. I have Tales of the Teen Titans 44, first Nightwing. That book signed by George Perez, and also got this book signed by George Perez. That is, oh crap, I forgot the number, but it's the first Terra, who is famous in the Judas Contract storyline. Trying to fix the camera there. So all these books I got signed by George, and George, by the way, I asked him how much, and he said no, or that it's free. He signed everything for free unless you did over 25 books. Then he would charge something. I didn't have that many, so I didn't ask. But I asked him, I need to give you something, and he told me to donate. And he told me a place to donate to, so I'll make a donation in his name. Now, I bought one more thing at Dragon Con that I'm a little unsure of. And the reason why I'm unsure of it is I don't know, man. I really don't know why I'm unsure. But I'll show it here in just a second. This is Strange Adventures number 206. Crazy Ed talked me into buying this. Now, Strange Adventures 205 is the first appearance of Deadman. Now, 206, what I have here, is the very first, see if I can Can I zoom in a little better? Yeah, it's a little better. It cuts off the book. We'll go back. Alright. Anyway, this is the first Neal Adams on Dead Man. Now, this is not a Neal Adams cover. I forgot who did the cover. I'll have to look that up. But the interior has Neal Adams drawing Dead Man. It's his first ever work on Dead Man. Is this book. Now, the next book, 207, Strange Adventures, that's his first cover with Dead Man, and it's a really awesome cover. I just didn't want to spend the money to get both. Ed had both. So I got this one, and I paid, let's see, paid $160 for it. And it's a fairly decent book. Color's pretty good. For the most part, she's straight. The coolest part is this spine. Very few, and if they are there, they're very small color breaks along the spine. I am sorry on this focusing here. I'm using my phone. That's all I have at the moment. That's a little better. Yeah. Let me see if I can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 very tiny color breaking marks on the cover of the spine. So I think overall that's pretty good when you think about it. And that concludes the video as far as everything I got at DragonCon. Oh wait, no, there's one more thing. I bought every variant. Well, not every variant, but most of the variants that you got normally with Action Comics 1000, including the blank one. And I had a bunch of people sign it that were there. Or well, here, I'll just do the camera and show this normally. Alright. That right there, the one with the Superman head, is Michael Cho. This one here in the corner is George Perez. This right here is writer Gail Simone. This is some dude that did artwork for DC that happened to be there, so I was like, okay, well, I'll get him to sign it. That's Babs Tarr. And that's Javier, the sketch I told you I had him do. He did a Supergirl. Since Superman was done by Cho, he wanted to be different. And there's enough space on this book. I'll get Marv Wolfman, since he had a lot of work with DC. I'll get him to sign it. And I'll just keep going until I run out of space, because I think that's pretty cool. And I guess that ends my haul video of DragonCon. So I hope you like it. Like, subscribe. Check out my other poorly made videos. I might remake them later. I might remake this one. Who knows if I can get a better setup. But anyway, thanks a lot.